All right, guys, so this is a fun one. We're going to talk about what women do in their dating life. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about because obviously I'm super interested in what women do and why they do it. And it's always been kind of a interesting thing to me to figure out simply because women are always so secretive about it. They don't want you to know what they do because that would destroy the whole idea of a woman. She's so hard to get, and she is definitely not a slut, and she only dates one guy and then she marries him because anything other than that would be just horrific. Society would, oh my gosh, how terrible would it be? So I want to talk to you right now about what women actually do so that you know. So in my mind, the way that women date is kind of a cyclical process. When girls first start out and 21 years old, they start going to bars and they start drinking and they start partying, and they're going to go out and they're going to party. They might randomly sleep with a couple guys, but eventually, after they're partying, they're sleeping around a little bit. They're going to go into kind of a different stage, and it's not the party stage. It's going to be like kind of boyfriend search mode. So this girl's like, I've kind of been partying a lot and I've been drinking a lot. I've banged a couple guys. I don't feel good about it, or I do feel good about it, or I want something a little more serious. So she's going to start looking around for a guy who's going to be a little bit better candidate for a boyfriend. She's in boyfriend search mode. So she's still partying. She's still maybe sleeping with a guy or two, three, who knows. She might be going on some dates, but she's kind of searching for a boyfriend. Once she's done that a little while, she's going to kind of choose one of these guys she's dating. She might be dating two, three guys, and one guy might be the kind of forefront, the guy who's kind of winning the battle. And she might decide after, a little while of dating him that she's going to start hanging out with him a little bit more. And then usually what will happen is once she's hanging out with the guy a little bit, the guy will ask her to be his girlfriend, and then she'll go into boyfriend mode. She'll say, "All right, sweet, I got a boyfriend now. I'm happy. My needs are getting met." And she might settle down. She might stop going to the bars as much, which is what she wanted, right? And she might start having a relationship with this guy. So what happens during this relationship? Well, things go good, things go bad. It's new for a while. Maybe this guy's going to mess up. I suppose this is a good time to introduce to you guys the concept that all guys are messing up in their relationships a lot. There's a certain margin for error that a guy has before, a guy can act a little bit needy or a little bit insecure, have different emotions. But after a while, those tend to pile up and a girl starts to lose attraction for a guy. She might get a little bit bored. She might see, another attractive guy who she's starting to be interested in. And if she's real bored, she might, and usually what girls do if they break up is they start going back into this party mode again. Uh-oh, here comes party mode. I want to bang some more guys. So that's what happens in this cycle. So this process tends to repeat with women. Here's what women do. They date. They sleep around a little bit. They date one, two, three, four guys. I mean, imagine if you could, and hopefully you will be able to, if you'd like to, imagine if you could sleep with a guy every night you wanted to. Well, or a guy. Imagine you could sleep with a girl every night you wanted to, right? Well, you'd probably be sleeping around a lot. And then after a while, what you'd find out is, all right, I've done that for a while. I'm kind of looking for something a little more serious. And this is what girls do because they have abundance. They have abundance in sexual opportunities. So what they do is they sleep around a little bit. They find a guy they want to do a little bit more with. They date that guy. And then after that cycle is done, they go back into party mode. So again, the important part to understand here is that this is a healthy, normal, okay process to women. It's normal for women to date a few different men at a time while they're searching for a boyfriend. This is okay behavior. This is acceptable behavior. Society would have you believe that if you date any more than one girl, even while you're dating, you are a bad person. You're a bad person if you do that. You're a bad person if you sleep with more than one girl at the same time. Screw you, you're a horrible dude. And that is 100% completely wrong. Women often sleep with multiple guys at a time, even while they're dating a guy, when they're ready to get a new guy. So this is a common practice behavior. It's okay. It's okay to date around. It's okay to find somebody and experiment and learn your sexuality and break up and get back together and do all these things. This is a normal, healthy dating life. The important thing that makes it, I would say, healthy versus unhealthy is two things. Number one, you have good intent. You have good intent to find somebody. That's what you want to find. Or you have straightforward, honest intent. Some people have different ideas about monogamy versus polygamy versus do I want to get married or not married, and we're not here to make judgments about that. But what I would encourage you to do is just have a positive, honest intent. It's okay to share that with whoever you're dating. Um, and that's one thing that's important. The other thing that's important is that for a healthy dating life is that you keep putting yourself out there and you learn. The goal of all this is to learn and learn and learn so that you can have a good communication system. You can know yourself well enough, and you can learn to handle problems in relationships effectively enough that in the future you can have a longer term um, you know, a longer term relationship with good potential for success. That's the whole goal here. That's what we're doing. And so that's what women do.